How's it going, guys? Happy Sunday. Happy NASCAR race review day, as usual. NASCAR at Circuit of the Americas was today. And the racing started actually last night here in the United States because we were watching Formula One at Australia, where Verstappen did not win. So if you placed a bet on Verstappen, and I am very sorry for you, but you lost. Thank God I did not. But that was going on. Ferrari wins that one. Today we head to COTA, and we have this team winning today, and poor Ford is basically nowhere to be seen. It's a Gibbs versus Hendrick show case. Now, guys, before we get started today, I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members. As always, you guys are the absolute best. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed, everyone that watches. We are almost at 79,000 subscribers. I think we're 100 away from 79,000 subscribers. So if you are not subscribed, press the subscribe button. Remember, we are doing the giveaway for Home Field today. Home Field have their Hendrick Motorsports collection. Not just that, there's plenty of other merchandise you can get from Home Field as well. But the Hendrick Motorsports collection has dropped. That's where this hat is from. That's where my two Jeff Gordon shirts are from. Tim Richmond shirts. The Jeff Gordon Rainbow Warrior jacket, which I do not have, but I desperately want. That is also from Home Field. Use the link in the description. Use the code RADMAN. You will get the discount on your purchase. But we are doing a giveaway today, not for the Jeff Gordon shirts, because like I said, those are mine, but for the Jimmie Johnson 7-time champion t-shirt. I have not worn this, I promise, so it is all ready to go. We're doing the giveaway, and this is how it's going to work. It's very simple, guys. Just leave a comment. That's it. You don't even have to be subscribed, because I can't tell, honestly, if you are subscribed or not. But you don't even have to be subscribed. Just leave a comment. I've been trying to figure out the best way to do these giveaways. Usually, I like using Twitter, but not everyone has Twitter. And so just leave a comment on this video. If you're watching this video, you have a YouTube account, just leave a comment, and that is all you need to do. I will use a random generator to pick one of the comments in this video, and then I will try to reach out to you. Make sure, if you can, make sure you have your email in your channel so I can reach out to you, and we will go from there. I'll reach out if you do win. So yes, it is the 7-time champion Jimmie Johnson t-shirt. Now, if you don't win the giveaway and you want to purchase this, like some people already have, again, use discount code RADMAN and use the link in the description to head over to Home Field, and this is available for purchase. Some of the Jimmie Johnson shirts and all that great stuff, supporting the legacy of Hendrick Motorsports, one of the greatest teams, or probably, in my opinion, the greatest team in NASCAR history. I'm a Jeff Gordon fanboy. What do you want me to say? Massive shout out to Home Field again for the support. And guys, make sure you go ahead and check that out. Check all the other links in the description below if you want to help support the channel. We have Moza Racing as an affiliate. If you want to do some sim racing stuff, you could use the link for that as well, and Patreon as well, obviously. Let's get into, now that business is done, let's get into the Circuit of the Americas. Now, guys, today was the typical, this is your normal race, guys. It's gonna take a lot for me, I think, as I am older now, to genuinely come out and say a race was bad. I don't think there are honestly bad NASCAR races. There might be one or two over the course of a season, like, oh, that was genuinely bad. This is just called normal. NASCAR is not always exciting. NASCAR is not always thrilling. NASCAR is not always beating and banging and last lap finishes and stuff like that. You had an incredible, exciting finish last year at this racetrack. This year, it was much more straightforward, get to the point. No cautions other than the 2 automatic stage yellows. There was a lot of drama and contact. I mean, a lot of people were going for a spin. Kobayashi got spun like 3 separate times. Kyle Busch got spun. There was a lot of people that went for a spin. A lot of people that there was some beating and banging on the racetrack. But that's actually going to lead me into my first talking point today, which is actually Fox. Because the people that were at the track, like Jeff Gluck, for example, on Twitter, but the people that were at the track, there were spins that were not even shown on the broadcast. And there were multiple of them. That's really freaking annoying. Now, I've been easy on Fox. I don't think I've said really anything bad about Fox this year. I've kind of accepted that their production quality is dog water, but at least the booth was a little bit better with the addition of Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Mike Joy doing a pretty good job. I don't really complain about the commercials. Again, I'm fine with the tactic of using a lot of commercials early in the race, so you could use less commercials later on in the race, or side-by-side commercials. I'm completely fine with that. But their production quality has always been dog water. It's always been absolutely awful. That has never changed. They miss wrecks. They have terrible camera shots. There was a car, I think it was early in the race. Corey LaJoie is dead sideways, coming into, I think, the sharp hairpin going into the back straightaway. Dead sideways entering that corner, and Fox just cuts to a replay. It's genuinely just the production quality of Fox is so terrible. It is embarrassing for the sport. I've said this on multiple occasions that the production team need to be fired. I don't know. I don't blame the people that run the cameras or anything, but the team in charge of the production in the production truck in Fox need to be fired. The head of production, the assistant vice leader of production, the president of production, the freaking janitor of production. I don't care. They need to be fired. I've said that for years now, and it's very clear that has not changed. The direction in terms of promoting the sport has not changed. They still use these stupid ass cartoon characters. They treat the sport like for a bunch of kids. It's really freaking annoying. They do some things right, but like for example, when Larry Mack breaks anything down in terms of the cars and explaining that stuff and the graphics for that is terrific. But obviously Fox doesn't use Larry McReynolds enough. Their truck, let alone the Cup Series, is awful. Their truck broadcasts are the literal, like, the epitome of dog water in sports broadcasting. I swear to God, your local high school lacrosse team, if they put a TV coverage on their high school website promoting the lacrosse team with 20 people in the stands and 10 of them are the mothers of the people playing, that probably has a better production quality than a NASCAR on Fox truck series race. Genuinely one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life on a consistent basis. So the Fox production team, this rant will end right now because I don't want to waste any more of my time on it, is just dog water, and I'm so sick of them. This is why I don't talk about them ever really anymore. They are crap. They know they are crap. We all know they are crap. I guarantee you NASCAR knows they are crap. Will anything change? Probably not. But they're crap. They seriously need to change it, and that's been overdue for at least 5 years now, but whatever, we move on. Back into the positives. Like I said, this race was not bad, but this race was not great. It was a strategical road course race. I do think you need the cautions for if you're going to have stage racing at road courses. I have liked the strategy because it's quite simple to me what you have to do. William Byron, who won this race, did what he had to do. He did not win any stage except for the final, the race itself. He sacrificed the playoff points. He still got a few stage points because of where he was running, but he sacrificed the playoff points that he could have won to make sure that he could win the 5 playoff points and winning the race, which is way more important. While the person in second place, Christopher Bell, used a different strategy that could have worked out for him. Obviously, he only finishes 7/10 behind William Byron, made up basically 12 seconds on that final run. But here's my opinion. My opinion on this, guys, is very simple. The reason why you need stage cautions in the stages is because you can have these kind of strategies, because the car itself is just not good at road courses. Like I said, I like the next-gen car. You guys know that. But on short tracks and road courses, there's just something obviously wrong. Whether it's sequential shifting. The thing is hard to drive. The car is hard to drive. I mean, we saw Corey LaJoie needing medical attention. Carson Hocevar, I think needed some medical attention. So the cars are hard to drive. They are sliding around, but for some reason, this car is just really, really, really susceptible to dirty air when you get, within 4 or 5 tenths of another driver, and it's just so difficult. I think part of it is because the setups are very similar nowadays. It's basically like fixed racing because the cars are very similar amongst the teams, but still, it's just, with this car, with this current package, and I'll be honest, guys, I don't think a package changes anything. I don't think you can really change. It's the car. I think just the way this car was designed, it is having issues with road courses, and that is going to be the case where the Gen 6 car, which, had a lot of dirty air issues at intermediate and high-speed tracks, was obviously it was definitely better at road courses. It didn't have those type of dirty air issues at the road courses, so it's a very unfortunate situation, but that just is the situation. So as long as you have this car, you kind of need to have the stages. Now, heading to the strategy, when you have the stages and you have the cautions in the stages, it does play into that strategy. That was the best part of this race. Christopher Bell decided to take a strategy where he would win the first stage, and he would basically run the race regardless of the stages. He would run it in a way where he'd go 24 laps in the first run and then 22 and 22 in the last 2, and basically try to stretch it out that way, ignoring the stages basically when the cautions came out. Now, what that meant is that he would have to make passes. In my opinion, Christopher Bell was the fastest car today. He had the fastest long run car, and he wasn't like bad on the short run. So he was able to maintain on the short run versus William Byron. I think he clearly had the best long run car in the entire field. I thought he was the fastest car in the field from stage one. I didn't think that was a debate. And then their team and his crew chief decided to do that strategy. And this is where I just keep thinking to myself, we have had cautions during, you know, stages at road courses and stuff like that for the longest time. And it's very obvious what you have to do if you want to put yourself in position to win. Like, if you want to win the race, you need to sacrifice your stage points. That is the most obvious strategy you can do. I think Christopher Bell and his team overthought it a little bit, because especially with this car, why are you making your driver have to make those passes? Even if you have a tire advantage at the end of this race, why are you making him have to make those passes? The reason why Christopher Bell lost this race is because he had to make passes, and those passes are hard to make in this car. Even with the tire advantage, it costs you some time, and he was not able to catch William Byron, who William Byron was leading the majority of this race. William Byron was sacrificing those stage points, and I felt like if Bell just did the same exact strategy as Byron, I think he would have won this race. I genuinely do. That's just my opinion. There's proof in the history. Now, that's why the strategy was the good part of this race. You see, we could all talk about this. Was that strategy the right call for Christopher Bell? He only finishes 7/10 behind the leader. One more lap, would he have won this race? A better pit stop towards the end, would he have won this race? You know, if William Byron didn't have a lightning fast pit stop, would Bell have won this race? Obviously, there's, you know, they have the data, the timesheets. What's the fastest way to run this race? And maybe, you know, according to the data, according to the analytics, according to his team, running that race, you know, not sacrificing the first stage and doing it that way, running as long as you can in the first stage and the second stage and doing it that way, maybe that was the fastest way to run this race in terms of overall race and overall lap time, maybe. But you are putting your car in traffic, and what you don't want to do ever in this car is put your car in traffic. That's the one thing you don't want to do. In Gen 6, yes, maybe you could have taken stage 1 playoff points, sacrificed your running order, and then do the pit before stage 2, and you'd be able to make your way up through the field because you're just that much faster. But with the next gen car, we've seen the proof is in the pudding. You can't do it. You need track position. Please never give up your track position. So I think Bell should have won this race. I really do. I think they threw it away by overthinking the strategy, so that is on them. But it was a fun race in my opinion. I'm glad that we had those two differing strategies basically come together towards the end. One more lap, I think Bell maybe would have won it, but how much was William Byron really saving in terms of tires and in terms of the car that he had? I think he was saving a good amount, but no doubt in my mind, Bell had the fastest car. Let's go to the race results. And we'll talk about the race a little bit more in detail. So William Byron wins his second race of the season with Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, and Tyler Reddick in the top 5. So you can see Chevy and Toyota dominating, and the Fords are basically nowhere to be seen today. Good run for Alex Bowman, by the way. Top 5 finish for him. Ty Gibbs continuously being very good. I think that top 3 that you see of Byron, Bell, and Gibbs will be the 3, in my opinion, that are the strongest throughout this entire season. You can maybe throw Kyle Larson in there as well, but I think the most consistent guys will be those 3. Now, there's a little bit of a worry for me just in terms of the sport, is that those 3, in terms of Byron, Bell, and Gibbs, are just not that marketable. They are often quite quiet. They're just not marketable. And that is a problem that NASCAR has had for a while. And so if you have 3 drivers that are consistently fast and consistently fighting for the wins, to be honest, William Byron is not one of the most popular drivers. Christopher Bell is not one of the most popular drivers. Ty Gibbs is definitely not one of the most popular drivers. If anything, he could definitely be one of the villains of the sport, but he's too much of the fans don't see him. They don't respect him yet because he basically looks like a 15-year-old kid. So they don't really respect him yet like that. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but that's just kind of something NASCAR has to work on. Some of the drivers got to work on as well, but that's another, that's a different, story for another day. Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, AJ Allmendinger, great road course race for him. He finishes 6th. Ross Chastain finishes 7th. Chris Buescher, the best of the Fords. So that's like a kind of a win for him because there was no way he was winning this race in that Ford. The Fords just had no speed whatsoever today. 24 seconds behind the leader, by the way. Kyle Busch got spun by Christopher Bell, pointed at him. He was like, hey, that's twice on pit road. And Bell just kind of looked up at him like, yeah, I got to take it. I messed up. I'm just going to stare at him and just be like, Please don't hit me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was honestly the look that Bell had on his face as Kyle Busch is kind of just giving him like a, I'm not happy with you kind of face. And I guess they will talk about it. Martin Truex Jr. in 10th. Quick side note. The winner of this race is really starting to remind me of the guy that finished in 10th, Martin Truex Jr. Do you guys see the resemblance that I see? I see William Byron, consistent, doesn't make mistakes now. He's kind of entering the prime of his career. Winning races, dominant. This is the second season now that I think he will be one of the favorites for the championship, and he will be dominating races. But the way he does it is so similar to the way Martin Truex Jr. was doing it when he was dominant during that stretch. The end of the 78 Furniture Row Racing team into the Gibbs Racing team in the 19, and how Truex would dominate and win races, and then people would say it was boring. I'm telling you right now, William Byron has that same type of characteristic. I feel like William Byron will be the one that dominates the boring races. I see it. I see it. I'm telling you, that's the best comparison I see for William Byron is Martin Truex Jr. I see them very similar now in terms of like the way they drive, the way they carry themselves, the way the fans are probably going to perceive them, and the races that they win. Truex is the king of winning boring races. And I think William Byron is going to take over that crown. He will become the new king of winning boring races. Daytona 500 was not boring, but that's just my opinion. Joey Logano in 11th, Ryan Blaney in 12th with Chase Briscoe. So 3 4s in a row. 12th, 13th, 14th, or 12th, 11th, 12th, and 13th with Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace in 14th and 15th. Bubba Wallace had one hell of a day. Chase Elliott in 16th. Got a penalty, actually. But again, the road course king is the road course king no more. And again, I just had my doubts about Chase Elliott, guys. I don't know if he's ever going to recover and be the guy that he was. I don't see it. I don't know where he has gone. The Chase Elliott road course king, the Chase Elliott, one of the best at Hendrick. You know that little flying bird emoji. I think that the angel emoji, that's in the distance, guys. Chase Elliott fans, I'm sorry. I hope the best for you. But as a Hendrick fan myself, I think William Byron and Kyle Larson are the new lead dogs. If you are a WWE fan, they are the head of the table, if you know what I mean. And the previous head of the table is now no longer the head of the table. So, Chase Elliott, I am sorry. I'm sorry, Chase Elliott fans. I just don't see it. I've had this feeling all season, even at the end of last season. I'm not seeing it. He's not even delivering on road courses anymore, guys. He never ran top 5 today. It's quite sad, honestly. Or if you hate Chase Elliott fans, you're quite happy about it because Chase Elliott's basically irrelevant right now. Justin Haley in 17th, Kyle Larson in 18th. I just went by that rant, or not rant, but just talking about Kyle Larson's never been a dominant road course racer. We let Kyle Larson do what he does at the other tracks. Austin Cindric in 19th. By the way, Austin Cindric's supposed to be a very good road course racer. I don't blame him. He was, the Penske cars, none of them finished in the top 10. I don't blame him, but for you to be really good at road courses and still consistently always be behind your teammates, Austin Cindric, I'd never will rate him. I think he's just a waste of space in that 2 car. But I don't know. He's literally as irrelevant as it gets. It's quite sad watching the 2 car just kind of, a car with so much history just a waste of space right now. That's just my opinion. Zane Smith in the 71 finishes in 20th. SVG was here, but he never really had great success today. He finishes 21st. John Hunter Nemechek 22nd. Carson Ozavar 23rd. And the rest of the field: Priest, LaJoy, Dillon, Gillen, Gralla, Stenhouse, Kobayashi, Burton, Suarez, Eric Jones, Keselowski, Graxton Berry, Timmy Hill, Daniel Hemrick, and Michael McDowell round out your 39-car field. And that is it for the race today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. What did you guys think of the race? Like I said, normal race. That's my opinion. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was good. It's just one of those road course races, and it is what it is. You enjoy your Sunday, and you move on. That's kind of how it works. Hey, listen, the NASCAR season's been better than the Formula 1 season, I'll tell you that. Formula 1 has had boring races. Even when Verstappen DNFs on lap 4, the race still is not exciting. So Formula 1 has a whole other issue to deal with right now. And this one, even in terms of Formula 1 races, this one was better than what Formula 1's been offering. So take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram already, guys. Make sure you check the links in the description below for home field, for Moser Race, everything there. The giveaway, just leave a comment. Literally, all you gotta do is leave a comment. You don't have to leave a comment saying I want the Jimmy Johnson shirt. You don't have to leave a comment saying Radman is a dickhead. You could say that if you want. I appreciate it if you don't. You could comment anything you want. You could tell your life story in the comments. As long as you leave a comment, you are entered in the giveaway. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a period. It could be Arsenal suck. It could be Arsenal are the best. It could be Milad Rabin is a piece of trash, or it could be Milad Rabin is a beautiful flower that I would love to give to my girlfriend. If you would love to give me to your girlfriend as a flower in another life. Like if flowers had names, because as I said, giving me to your girlfriend just sounded way wrong when it came out of my mouth. So I tried to save myself there. I'm a flower, guys. Okay. Point is, comment anything you want. You could comment Jimmy Johnson is a sexy beast, and to be fair, Jimmy Johnson still is a sexy beast. He is a DILF, if I might add. Take care of yourselves. I'm gonna end this video before this gets any weirder. Goodbye.